Match week 38. Manchester United play Crystal Palace at home uh, on Sunday, which is tomorrow. I'm making this video on a Saturday. So, yeah, we're playing Crystal Palace on match week 28. Finally at home after playing two away games. Finally, we're back home with a bit more comfort, hopefully. Hopefully that being back home should count for something. Hopefully. I think we have played our best games at home so far this season. Unlike last season where it was we would struggle at home but perform better away. It's Michael Carrick's seventh game in charge, like in his what I would call a second coming. It would be his seventh game in charge. He hasn't lost any game so far. Man United are unbeaten in 2026, and we've only drawn one game and we've won five. Haven't won five in a row though. United stand should probably, wait. He'll probably wait a bit more. So we're playing Crystal Palace, and we're going to talk about the good part and the not so bad part, because there haven't really been that much negatives, except like the injuries and the performance. But let's focus on the good parts first. The good part is that the team is flying. I mean, there's this new belief with the team that they could beat anybody that they come across. I mean, we have beaten almost everybody in the league. We've beaten all of the big boys at some point. I think most of them at some point. We've beat Arsenal, we've beat City, we've beat Chelsea, we've beat Tottenham, we've beat Liverpool. We've still got Chelsea and Liverpool as the bigger games to come. But yeah, we still got Villa as well, so it doesn't really get easier. So the team has found this newfound energy, and it's incredible, because it's like the things that seemed impossible like a month ago or 2 months ago, suddenly there's this different feeling to it. Excuse me. As a Manchester United fan, going into the Crystal Palace game, there's a 50% chance, like in you, that you can feel, oh, we could actually win this one, for the way we're playing. We're in good form, the players are playing well, the players are taking their chances. We could actually we could actually beat Crystal Palace, and in a comfortable way as well. And Crystal Palace have not been in the best form possible. They've had injuries, they've sold players, the coach has declared war on the fans have declared war on the coach, the owner is in disarray. So I'm hoping that all this drama is going to follow them tomorrow at Old Trafford. Regardless, they still got really good players. So yeah, Sesko is playing well. Brian Mbomo is, Cunha playing. I think everybody, even on days that we're not playing well, they're contributing their own quota to the team, to the overall performance of the team, and which is very, very important. I said in my last video that right now, performance, like the way we play football, as much as we like to play football in a really, really nice, slick way, one touch, Cunha, Bruno, as much as we like to do that, the most important thing at the end of the day is that we pick up points. We cannot rely on other teams to hold teams like Liverpool off for us or Chelsea off for us. Some days it might work, but on most days it will not work. I'm going to use West Ham for an example. I'm going to use Forest as an example. Liverpool did not play that great. Liverpool against Nottingham Forest were proper shite. I don't mean this in a bad way, but they were proper nonsense. And Liverpool against West Ham, while they won 5-2, but that did not reflect the whole picture of the game. West Ham had a lot of chances, in which if they knew how to take their chances, that game would not have gotten to 5, or West Ham could have possibly scored more, which would have deterred Liverpool from winning the game. So the summary of all this is that we cannot rely on these teams to do what we should be doing for ourselves. We should not do that. Because when we leave our fate in other people's hands, it tends to get a bit messy and it tends to get a bit shaky. We've seen this not just once, not just twice, we've seen it in the past. So, my hope for this season is that we're match week 28. So, by the time we're heading to like the last, say, 4 games of the season, we've tied top four in such a tight knot that no one could get in even if they wanted to, and even if we dropped points, no one could still get in ahead of us. We've seen Villa lose to Wolves, which I wasn't really expecting that. But yeah, we'll take any help that we can get. But we've seen Villa lose to Wolves, and if we win against, I mean, this is probably common knowledge by this point. If we beat Crystal Palace, we go into third on goal difference. And again, if this was a few months ago while Amorim, and I don't want to keep mentioning Amorim because it seems like he's now a scapegoat. I don't want to keep mentioning him. But for reference sake, when Amorim was in charge, every time that we had the opportunity to go a bit higher, other teams have slipped up and this is our chance, we blow it. We blow it. And under Carrick, we've had that one chance to move forward and we actually took it. So now it's like I said, there's a newfound belief in not just the team, there's a newfound belief in Manchester United as a whole fan base and as a club that if you slip up, we're going to take advantage of it. So that is where I think the club or the team is at the moment. And I think it's a great place to be because, I mean, third right now is like it's almost like you're in the title race, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're not in the title race in a million years, unless some magic happens. Right now, we're focusing on the top four. So this is the positive, but the negatives are the injuries. To be honest, they say De Ligt has a lower back injury, but I mean, I don't really understand. The man has been, out for like about almost 3 months now. How long does it take to recover from such an injury? I've not quite seen that. It's given Sancho under Ten Hag type of vibe, because no one is seeing him, no one is hearing anything. It's just every time Michael Carrick comes for interview, we'll just hear one thing. But then I do hope he recovers from that injury. Talking about Mount is injured as well. He's close. Licha Martinez is close as well, according to Carrick. But then those injuries are the negatives, because this is the point where we need everybody to be fit. We could use every fit member of Manchester United squad at the moment, because you don't know what type of game we're going to get into. So yeah, and another negative is that, again, like I said, performance is not the most important thing, but still, in a way, we wouldn't mind a good showing, especially at home. We come at home, we put in a performance like we're here to dominate, we're here to kick ass, and we go and actually kick ass. Crystal Palace are not in a good way. So right now, this is our chance to do that. So my starting lineup, I don't think there's going to be much changes. I don't think Martinez is going to be fit to play that game. So it's still going to be a Maguire and a Leny Yoro, 5 and 6. Lamens in goal. Two centre backs are going to be Maguire and Yoro. Fullbacks, still, I mean, Dalot seemed okay that last game. Again, I would be on the front row seat of the people that will criticize Dalot. Why? Because I think that he performs under his abilities. I think he has way more abilities than he's performing to. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, I think you get my point. He underperforms a lot, but then against Everton, he was pretty much okay. So, but I understand why a person like Michael Carrick would want to keep starting Dalot. One, I think Manchester United needs to have like a starting 11. We have missed having an actual starting 11, like players that work together and understand each other. Because when you play together over a period of time consistently, there's like you already know where this person is gonna be before. I mean, you train together, but that's different. It's always different as opposed to when you guys play together on a constant basis. But Amorim kept on change. I'm mentioning Amorim again. I'm so sorry. That's not the intention. But then he like it's so hard not to mention him because he kept on swapping and changing. And I know he had a lot of injuries, but then we didn't have that stable 11 that you know that these people are gonna come out almost week in week out. Now, if you were asked to name Manchester United front line that is going to play against Crystal Palace, you're going to call Ahmad, Mbuemo, and Cunha. Not because they are the ones that are going to start, but it's just because they've been the ones, like Michael Carrick has shown that he can repeat one starting lineup. Different tactics, but it's the same set of players. So, yeah, then like that would be my reason for understanding why he plays Dallo, and also Dallo offers a bit more in attack as opposed to Mazraoui. Personally, as an overall player, I would prefer Mazraoui, but it doesn't matter what I prefer. I'm not the manager. I'm probably never going to manage Manchester United, but Michael Carrick is the manager, so he knows what we're hoping that he knows what's best. So, but in the midfield, still the same midfield. It's going to be Casemiro, Menu, Fernandes. Casemiro, Menu, Fernandes. Casemiro, Menu, and Fernandes. That is never going to change until Casemiro leaves. And I hope that at some point, God or the Holy Spirit is going to touch his heart, and it's going to be like, maybe I'm just going to do one more year, because the man has been playing spectacular football, just like, and you just wish that for some reason he can just change his mind, that he's no longer leaving and do like a U-turn. But yeah, you could understand why he's leaving. You could understand why the club are letting him leave. He's of a certain age. We need to bring a bit like people, because there's the point of balancing the wage structure. There's the point of bringing in more like younger players, because if you don't bring them in, other clubs are gonna bring them in. City are not smiling. They're on Arsenal's tail, but you see City are signing, like City and Chelsea. If you breathe around them, they will sign you. Like if you just have one good game, it's over for you. That's how Chelsea and City are moving at the moment. So you tend to understand why Casemiro is being looked at, like is being let go, to be fair. So yeah, but until he leaves, I'm still going to repeat the same midfield trio with Bruno Fernandes playing a bit more forward and Menu and Casemiro doing the work in the midfield and a bit more to the defensive as a defensive midfielder. And this is the tricky part. The forwards. I'm going to start Acuna on the right, but for a change, because it depends. I don't know. It depends on the type of Crystal Palace that we're playing. It depends if it's the Crystal Palace where Oliver Glasner is going to want to come out and play. Then I would say play an Ahmad, Cunha, and Mbuemo. But if it's a Crystal Palace that are going to sit back and defend and absorb and counter, I would say play a Sesko. I want a situation where the centre backs are kept busy. I want like when we put in a cross, it's not lost in transmission because there's nobody in the box or there's nobody making those runs off of the main number 9. So that is why I think starting Sesko is very, very essential. I don't think we should always leave it to when we need goals or when we're struggling, then we bring him in. I mean, his job is to score goals. So, but I don't want to always leave it towards that time. But again, I'm going to start him. I'm going to start Sesko that, to the point maybe. But then the problem is, if Sesko then does not perform well as a starting striker, who would you sub him with? Because you're going to start in Mbeumo. Unless you don't start in Mbeumo and you start Cunha, Sesko and Ahmad. I don't know. Either way, to be honest, I don't really care. As long as we win the game, I don't think it matters much, to be fair. It's just game time is the only difference in this whole equation. Game time. Because this 3 they're just the three people that, like, the three forwards that you know that regardless of the game they are gonna put in 110% in that forward, like in that forward line. So to be honest, to me, it doesn't really matter who plays, as long as either one of them, like all of them, if you could play four of them, fine, have at it. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So yeah, my score prediction, to be fair, I'm going for a 3-0, a comfortable 3-0 win at home. I'm not going to name scorers. I'm just going to say a comfortable 3-0 win at home. I think we were needing that. I think Man United fans are almost running out of that fuel from the really good plays that we had against City, Arsenal, and Tottenham. So we really need that to be lured in again with really really good performances. And I think there's no better place to have that than at home. So this is our chance to go third, and I hope I hope we don't miss it. I really hope we don't miss it. Crystal Palace is not going to be an easy game, but I think these boys, I think they have it in them now. I think there's that dog in them. They have that grit in them to be able to go in and take on any team. And watching that team, watching Manchester United in the Champions League next season is going to be a very beautiful thing. Because I really hope we qualify. Watching Manchester United play other teams in Europe is going to be a wonderful sight. I'm going to be here to see it. You're going to be here to see it. It's going to be a wonderful sight. So yeah, this is our one chance, and I hope that we don't miss it. So uh, hopefully we're going to have a wonderful game tomorrow. So, and see you after the game.